PhD.
Oh, yeah, suck up like.
PhD in
Ass kicking.
Hey, a suck up like Stossel can always get through high school, you know. So anyway, T-Dog, you got any nominations for the panel?
Yeah, baby.
Nominations of who?
You know, for the panel to implement these criteria that Joe's talking about.
What? Oh, for people who should be.
Haven't
on
you
the
been
thing?
paying attention?
Yeah. Okay. So here's who I think should be on the panel.
Oh, yeah!
Panel. Okay.
Would you put Lupe on that panel?
No. Let's see. I'm gonna think of somebody.
All right. What are you thinking? Joe's probably got something to say.
Who should be on that panel, Joe? Christopher
I
Reeve.
don't know. But
Christopher Reeve.
we already have the structure in place, like Dilly says. It's a peer review
Yeah.
thing. We've already got higher education in place. So we just need to make the connection. Okay, we actually believe in education. Okay, we actually believe in education. Let's educate the people. If we're going to educate the people, why not allow, you know, this society is always saying we love education and we're so
We obviously do
pro-education.
not believe in
We obviously
education.
do not
Yeah.
believe in education because we want
I don't
to fill
get
the
paid
TV with people like Rush Limbaugh, who any sociologist, any psychologist, any philosopher or whatever is going to listen to and go, this guy is just playing on dumb people. He's like looking for people who don't know that much, playing on their emotions, and he's like using them to build a big support or whatever. Okay, so if we truly believe in education, we step in and change this. We step in and like put somebody on, you know, who can, like, there should be like the Al Franken show right after every Rush Limbaugh show, where he like looks, where he's given time to look at what Rush has said and say, well, you know, here's where he's wrong and here's where he's wrong and here's where you're being like emotional.
Yeah, but here's the problem. Guys like Al Franken and Michael Moore might be perceptive. They might even be funny, but they're wimpy.
Yeah,
And you don't get anywhere in the United States if you're being wimpy. I mean, even Rush,
Wimpy.
he looks wimpy.
Looks wimpy. What are you talking about? He's that guy.
Guy couldn't fight his way out of a paper
He's got
bag.
a
You know, what are you
He
suggesting?
can fucking take Limbaugh.
there yet.
Well, yeah, but Limbaugh has a reputation for being a chicken hawk.
What's that?
You know, someone who weaseled his way out of war, and now he's all for it. You know?
So fucking Al Franken can take him.
Well, sure,
Take
he
him.
can, you know, a little Jewish guy from Minnesota. He
Right.
can take him.
Fucking get his bag of quarters.
But I'm saying the
sock
perception
quarters.
of Al Franken is, no matter how right he is, you know, lots and lots of Americans are going to say he's just too wimpy. I mean, he doesn't dress up like a cowboy on the weekends, for crying out loud.
Does Rush Limbaugh would dress up like a cowboy on the weekends?
No, but Ronald Reagan did, you know, even though he really
Reagan
wasn't.
is not going to be able to beat up anybody right now. Okay, so I don't know where
But
you think
Al
he's fucked up.
Franken,
No, but Reagan, if you hit him, you have no memory of it immediately.
the problem
And
with
so it's like immediately he doesn't feel the
What?
pain because he can't remember it.
What?
So he can keep coming at
What?
in my opinion, the problem with Al Franken is he's very much played upon what mainstream society has given him. If you compare him to Michael Moore, I mean, Al Franken I like him a lot. And what
And you wouldn't invite him over to your house to kick his ass?
But he's getting that, he's like the 60s liberal.
You're off the panel.
He won't jump out.
Yeah, he's like
I'm
the
getting
60s,
in a long
60s
run
liberal
commenting.
who's loving the money way too much.
He lets
I don't know,
society
he's a-
define
He likes
him.
the-
I see what you're
He
saying,
lets
but
society
He likes
define
the crack in
him
the
rather
hose.
than defining society.
that's true. I hear what you're saying, but he's a lot funnier than Michael
What's
Moore.
a hoe without a crack?
But he's a lot funny in Michael Moore, but I
Is
heard
he
him
not?
on NPR this summer, and it was just sort of, I was like, pull the tentacle out of your fucking ass.
His line,
You were this guy that wrote, Rush Limbaugh, you're a big fat idiot. And then all of a sudden he's talking on the radio. His last book was about being a father and a family man. And he gravitated to this sort of moderate fucking point of view.
Yeah, he really could have become
He's
like
capable.
He really-
ass satirist, but
Right.
he kinda-
he is
blew
at
it
times.
back off a little
His line to Newt Gingrich is a classic.
bit. What he said?
I don't know if you've ever
What he
heard
said,
this.
Newt Gingrich.
Oh, fuck you.
Newt, Remember when Newt was going around saying that women
Said
shouldn't?
G's up, hose down. Sorry.
It's actually almost that good. Yeah.
We need that
Say it
replay,
again,
baby.
Doug.
He said, G's up, hose down.
Yeah, it was better off camera. But Newt was going around saying, remember this, that women shouldn't be in combat because they get infections every month. And Franken made the joke at some kind of Washington get-together. I think it might have been the media. You know, they have that big media party once a year, and all the politicians and all the media people go. Anyway, Franken was the entertainment, and he made a joke, saying, well, I'd hate to be Newt Gingrich's daughter having the facts of life explained by somebody who believes that, menstruation is an infection. And after his set was over, he's sitting at the table, and Gingrich walks up and says, he's livid. You can imagine. He said, you can say whatever you want about me, but you leave my family out of it. My daughter doesn't deserve this. And Franken's response is this the daughter that you abandoned? Yeah.
Well,
So, he can be hard-edged.
Let's
What do you
make
mean?
it clear. I mean, we're not.
Leave her
We're
on a
not.
church step?
Yeah, well, that's the one where he served the divorce papers to her mother while
Well-
she was in the hospital with cancer.
He left her in the toilet.
All right,
Oh,
let's
yeah,
not.
he fucked that one woman. That one woman who had cancer.
And he
His
served
wife.
her divorce papers. And
Don't get me
nobody-
wrong. I mean,
He's a
Al
classy
Franken.
guy.
Al Franken has stepped up the plate enough. I mean, he could retire, but hopefully he doesn't. I mean, when he was
He could
talking
be
on
on the
NPR at the press club, he was talking about Pat Robertson's comment about how liberals and gays and all that, lesbians were.
Falwell said that, but
Falwell.
Robertson nodded.
Yeah, and then he goes, then
Yeah,
he
brother.
retracted it, and
Right,
I listened to my
God is
press.
right.
retracted it.
God's punishing us, right?
Falwell did.
Falwell
We're fucked
retracted
up,
it?
right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he said
yeah.
it was taken out of context, and I love
Yeah.
the line at the press club.
He said, I meant to say
driving
infidels.
over, and he goes, he said he retracted it, and he goes, as far as I'm concerned, he goes, the only way you can retract that statement is if you said, I must be out of my fucking mind to say this. And hence, then the statement. It was beautiful. I mean,
I was
so I mean,
high when I said that.
Al Franken can
I
retire.
was so high on crack when I said that.
He's done his job, but I mean.
Yeah.
The problem is that we have so few that we look to him and we look to Moore.
And, in fairness to Falwell,
Moore made a great point. No,
Robert-
I mean,
Great book for a great title for a book.
wait.
Let's
Let's go back.
Defense of Falwell.
Let's go
I'm
back.
not going to defend him. I'm just going to say, Pat Robertson has that effect on people.
Let's go back to Moore's interview on MSNBC.
All right.
His point about the NRA. He was being ironic, but at the same time, it made a lot of sense. I mean, when he talked about the NRA, he
Lean
said,
your head back like
he
this.
said, I really admire the NRA, and the guy there goes, well, you really do? He goes, you're a liberal. He goes, no. He goes, if the liberals, the so-called apologetic liberals would come out and put the time and effort into what they believe in that the NRA does, he goes, this country would be wonderful. And he was exactly right. He goes, these fucking crazy people will get up at 5 in the morning, and drive all over the state, and they will canvass, they will, and he goes, they believe in it, and he said, Moore said he genuinely
Take a break
admired
from it.
that sort of dedication. He goes,
Well,
and no matter
that's-
how fucked up it is,
It's a common misconception. They're actually road hunting. They're actually road hunting.
we're back to Green Bay.
Isn't Moore,
Green Bay.
Isn't
Yeah,
Moore
not
a
Minnesota.
NRA member? Because that's what
Lifetime
was.
member, I think. Isn't
he was. Oh, when did he
No,
stop?
you can't drop the NRA even after you're dead. They keep sending
Every
you stuff
time
even
you
after
try
you're
to
dead.
get
Why?
out, they
Why would they do that?
Again.
Because it makes them have bigger membership roles. Yeah, they don't let you drop out. It's like joining the Eagles Club.
Because he said on Oprah that he was
I love Scarface.
he grew up as
Take a shower.
an NRA member and an Eagle Scout.
That's why it's not
Oh, yeah.
paid enough.
And he actually won a marksman competition in the NRA.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
It's my
Michael Moore.
Right, Corleone.
Yeah. So maybe he could develop kind of a tough guy image, and people would take him seriously.
I mean, you have good Americans that they're snowed with the idea
mean
that
I have never met.
I mean, with the
a
idea
girl.
that they're going to take away your shotgun. I mean,
Yeah, but
the
that was
normal
just-
hunter who
Yeah.
goes
Hey.
out and
That's cool.
what the argument is about,
make
you
a
know,
part
Teflon
two.
coated
Right.
I mean,
bullets.
give me a fucking break.
And
right?
99% of hunters don't use that shit. But the rhetoric leads them to believe that they're going to take away their shotguns.
Together,
Yeah.
they're
Handgun.
they're
Well, the last election cycle, lots of people around here believed that Al Gore was going to eliminate hunting.
Well, I mean,
I
that
would
just
not
shows
make
how
four
stupid
just because
people are.
3 has
Yeah.
this kind
I'm
of
not saying people are
trilogy
stupid from
symmetry
around
kind
here,
of
but yeah, they are. They're very stupid.
Oh yeah, I see.
I mean, I'd hate to say that.
You and Joe going back to the bathroom together now?
They're not
I
even
need
going to
to hold
focus
it.
on Corleone.
Okay, turn around and wave.
They already played him as
You're
an
just
Alright,
using the name.
very good.
Call it something else.
All right.
Something else.
Right.
Let people know it's part of that same cinematic heritage. But
At this point,
to
Brent-
use that name for box office draw is a freaking being a prostitute.
What name are you talking about,
To
guys?
make a Godfather Part 4.
Oh,
Give me
yeah.
a break.
Yeah,
That's bogus.
yeah.
Vikings fan?
It's worth a tip.
Whatever.
Yeah, there we
my
go.
ass.
Too depressing to be a Vikings.
So you don't have to worry about keeping me here because we're
Once the word gets out that we do the show here, it's probably going to really pick up around here.
There's a lot more
I
fights.
just want to say that I really appreciate the Eagles, no matter what anybody's belief is of the Eagles. They're a very wonderful bar, and they've treated us
Who
very.
believes
I mean,
different?
they've made it a home. I mean,
The
Kelly,
Philadelphia Eagles?
Kelly, if you get a shot of
Yeah, Kelly's got a
president,
picture of
Oh
him.
yeah, I can almost
Roy
get
Kelly,
that.
I mean, Kelly is a wonderful human being. I mean,
Shout out to the Eagles.
shout out.
Shout out!
All right, all right.
Leroy too.
And
is
Jill is wonderful too.
No shout-outs. What's your name, Joe?
Jill.
Jill.
Jill, that's right.
I heard Jill wasn't really very nice.
Yeah, she's very nice.
Jill,
That was fun.
why don't you,
I'm trying to destroy
And
her.
Holly is
babe, let the woman talk.
That was a rumor started by
Is
Colby.
he wonderful?
wonderful.
Say, could you tell us what it is? Tell Marshall what it is that makes you wonderful.
No, it's not. She never claimed that she was wonderful.
It's just the
Said
report.
Jill.
Oh, who's Jill then?
Who's Jill?
It's me.
See? I was all over that.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
She's had probably other people say I'm wonderful or you're wonderful. So she
Yeah.
doesn't like
Well,
need
that,
to
it means
toot her
we
own
can
horn.
say it too. I mean, we didn't know her
Yeah.
name. We were just saying, who's that
I think
wonderful person?
We
We didn't know her name was Jill, but we know she's
It's just
wonderful.
that down home atmosphere.
Yeah,
Down home.
just as a new genre, we need to have, as far as I know. I mean, I just
As far as like, you got that from
Far-
Kramer, right?
yeah, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about.
No,
right?
Kramer got it like from, he was like reading Doug Simon's fucking statement in the Impact. He said, fucking Mondale kicks ass.
Hey.
As far as I know, the Earth is 4.6 billion years old.
What?
Damn, that's old. I thought it was only like 3,000
As
years
far as I know, hemorrhoid surgery does not correct all the anal bleeding.
old.
As far as I know, Lupe is right.
All right.
As far as I know, Moby Dick
Sucks.
is about.
Sucks.
We
dick.
we had this discussion.
No,
We don't
Moby,
have it.
Moby
Was it
Dick is about the struggle of the red whale to achieve
Whiteness.
some sort of revolutionary society.
Really?
That's bizarre.
So Melville was anticipating.
I had seen.
Was
I had
anticipating
seen it.
Marx?
I encountered a book in the library some school I was at. It's called The Red Whale, and it was Marxist readings of Moby Dick.
Wow.
It was terrible. It was so outrageously wrong. It was like, no, it's not about that at all.
Yeah, you gotta go with Freud on Moby Dick, don't you? I mean,
You just gotta
all about-
bypass.
That's
You just
as
gotta
far as
bypass
far
Moby
as
Dick
you
and
know.
go into real society.
it's all about dick,
I know.
dick.
No,
Big white dick.
which what you gotta do is you gotta bypass Moby Dick and just go into real sort of fucking literature besides that crap.
What? Like Moby Dick Dallas or something?
No, Moby Dick sucks.
Bypass the best
yeah.
American novel ever
Tim is
written.
gonna
to other
gonna do
novels,
the edited
you know,
version of
like
Moby Dick, which is gonna be
The
100
Great
pages.
Gatsby. You know, go to The Great Gatsby. There's
How about go into the
No.
fucking Catcher in the Rye?
Oh,
dude?
Catcher in the Rye, yes.
Oh, yeah. Have you read it?
And read Harry Potter, too. while you're at it.
I read Harry Potter before I fucking read fucking